A Tall Tale, A Christmas Tall Tale by Beverly Williams. When I was little, my daddy was my hero. He had served our country in the Air Force and now he flew airplanes. In the mid 1960s, when I was a little girl, there was nothing more glamorous than being a pilot. Flying was a luxury that few people could afford, and my daddy was the one flying these important, rich, and famous people day after day. Every time I thought of it, my tiny chest puffed with pride, and I told everyone I met, my daddy is a pilot. Of course, that meant I wanted to become a pilot. In a store display, I had seen a toy ride-on airplane that was like a little car that you sit in with wings and a propeller, and that was all I wanted for Christmas. Being 5 years old, I did the sensible thing and asked Santa Claus to give it to me and waited in anticipation. I could hardly control my excitement when on Christmas morning, there it was with its shiny wings and a propeller that really spins. I sat in it and played with it all day, pretending I was flying across the country just like my daddy. When I turned the propeller, it whirred contentedly as it spun, as I imagined it taking me throughout the world. Time passed, the weather grew warmer, and the plane moved outside to our backyard. I never grew tired of playing in it. Noticing how happy it made me, the neighbor boys took it from me. They forced their bigger bodies into the tiny seat and rode down those slanted driveways and crashed it into the bushes and the parked cars while I cried, "Stop it! Santa gave that to me." This encouraged them to tease me. Beverly believes in Santa. Beverly believes in Santa. Listening to their taunts and watching them ruin my toy caused hot tears to fall. Thinking that the destruction of my toy would destroy my happiness, the boys lost interest in it. It was true that the plane was damaged beyond repair. One of the wings was so bent it dragged on the ground, and the propeller was missing a prop and no longer whirred contentedly as it spun. But in my imagination, it was as good as the first day I received it, and I kept flying all over the world doing good, just on the other side of the house, where the boys couldn't see me as well. Months passed, and it was December again, only it was so warm it wasn't snowing anywhere. That meant Santa's sleigh couldn't fly. On Christmas Eve, I couldn't sleep pondering this problem. Then I heard a tap, tap, tapping on my window. I went to it and saw Santa Claus. He came, but it was too early in the evening and he wasn't dressed in his usual red coat with a fur collar. Oh, because it was so warm. I opened the window and he said, "Ho, ho, ho, Beverly, I need your help. My sleigh won't fly without snow. Can we take your airplane?" Tears sprung to my eyes. I'm sorry, Santa. It's broken.
Ho, ho, ho! If you will let me use it and come along to help, it will work. Just believe.
I put on my shoes and my light jacket and led him to the broken airplane in the backyard. There, before my eyes, it became shiny and new again. Then it began to grow bigger and bigger.
Santa said, ho, ho, ho! Get on board before it gets too big for your yard. We have a lot of presents to deliver.
I hopped aboard and we flew away, the now fixed propeller whirring contentedly as it spun, taking us forward into the night. We delivered presents all over the world. As the plane emptied of its treasures, I told Santa about the neighbor boys.
Ho, ho, ho! How about I write notes to them?
As Santa delivered me back, he gave me a little toy airplane. He winked at me as he left, saying,
Ho, ho, ho! To replace the one they broke. Thanks for believing in me.
You may think I imagined this whole thing, but I awoke the next morning, Christmas morning, with my jacket on and shoes on, clutching this brand new little toy airplane. I don't know what Santa wrote in his notes, but my tormentors never teased me again. I rushed to the backyard to see what happened to my ride-on airplane. It had returned to its normal small size and was still battered with a dragging wing, but miraculously the propeller was fixed and whirred contentedly as it spun.